Worm, prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
Unfortunately for Dyspo, Frieza is going to easily outperform him in the strength department, seeing as how Dyspo had trouble with Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and Frieza is at minimum in his golden state on that same level. As far as Dyspo's speed, Dyspo has been touted as being the fastest warrior in the Tournament of Power at this point, although there are some hacks that you can do to kind of get around his speed. On the other hand, in contrast, Frieza, throughout all of Dragon Ball, has been said that he's extremely fast, extremely quick, and especially in the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 video game, his race has a huge amount of speed buffs. So I think with the Golden Frieza transformation, Frieza will easily be able to at least be close to being on par with Dyspo's speed. So in that aspect, in that regard, Dyspo is at a complete disadvantage when it comes to fighting against Golden Frieza. That's if Frieza gets to Golden Frieza. I have very little confidence that Frieza's final form transformation can stand up against Dyspo, seeing as how Dyspo, just by being his normal self, was able to kind of go up against Super Saiyan God Goku, was able to go up against Hit and land punches and stuff. So that in and of itself, to me, means that Dyspo's real only chance against Frieza is if he stops him from going into the Golden Frieza transformation. Now, the Golden Frieza transformation isn't a transformation, for the most part, that we've seen in the majority of the time we've seen it, that you can easily jump into. It's not one that you can just, boom, there you go, or that Frieza has shown that really that much level. And if he has gone really fast into that transformation, it still takes some time to go into it. And so if Dyspo can stop Frieza from transforming into that Golden Frieza transformation and try to beat him up within that time period, then he may have a shot to actually take out Frieza, or to, at minimum, hurt him enough so Frieza can, not really be effective against any of the other characters, Toppo or Jiren, because right now that would be really the only other characters left in the Tournament of Power besides the Universe 7 characters. In episode 122, the spoilers state that Dyspo is going to be facing off against Frieza. I think in this episode we're finally going to be able to find out more information about what race Dyspo is. I still think that he is a variation of the Beerus race and the Champa race. I think either he is descendant from them, distant cousin. When it comes to racially, I think he is definitely on par. Even though he does resemble a rabbit as opposed to a cat, I still think that maybe he is part of that kind of planet, whatever Beerus planet they're coming from. And so Frieza is definitely going to be probably having some jabs to say at Dyspo right before they face off, because Frieza really cannot stand Beerus. And honestly, when it comes to this fight, I do think that Frieza will have an easy time tricking Dyspo. Hit already tricked Dyspo once, and Dyspo to me seems very overconfident. He seems young. He seems, like Goku stated, his fighting style is very linear, so it's easy to read. So I think that Frieza is going to be able to trick and outsmart Dyspo when it comes to the actual fight. And I predict that this match will honestly lead to the ring out of Dyspo. And if not the ring out of Dyspo, I think that he will be too severely damaged to be a real help, and then he would probably be rung out maybe by 17 or 18, depending if the fight gets interrupted by Toppo or Jiren, if Jiren just becomes an animal and starts wiping people out. I honestly think it would be really cool for one of the Universe 11 fighters maybe to give their life to defeat Universe 7, or vice versa, but then again, we've already had Master Roshi do that in Universe 7, so I think it would be pretty cool for Universe 11 to do that. And Dyspo would actually be pretty interesting to do. I mean, he is facing the ultimate evil in Frieza, and he is a warrior of justice. So if he tries to hit Frieza with everything he has, maybe like a secret move that we haven't seen yet that uses up all his strength, I think it'd be pretty interesting and pretty cool to see him just kind of fall and die at that point, because he used all his strength just like Master Roshi and used all his life force, and then to see Jiren kind of turn into a huge animal, and then for that to be the trigger that he starts knocking these guys out in like the last 5 minutes, that would be pretty interesting to see. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below how you guys think this fight's going to play out. Don't forget to drop me a like and subscribe. This is going to be Dragon Ball Black signing off.